Welcome back, everybody. Today we have a 2012 Grand Sport. Came to us already. Customer had someone else do the work. Red hot cam, FIC 850 injectors, which tune more like hundreds.
Yeah, they're good.
Long tube headers, Corsa exhaust, stock actually intake, because he's going to do a Pro Charger or a centrifugal of some sort in the future. So
he says by the end of the year. So
yeah,
he was hoping for 420. You know, these people think they're going to make, you know, come in stock making 400, 430, 440. They just don't.
Right. And this is an A6.
Yep. It's an automatic car.
It has a DSX Flex Fuel kit on it.
Yep.
And it did really well. I mean,
of course, it sounds really good.
It does. It screams. I like that pitch. Some people don't like the high pitch stuff. I kind of like it.
It makes it sound like it's turning so much RPM. I was telling Dusty, I was like, I feel like I'm turning $8,000 in this thing.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like an exotic.
Yeah, it does.
Like
it does
track,
have a high pitch.
You got that little screaming flat plane kind of sound, but no, it did well, and it had the typical what we're accustomed to seeing with the red hot, where there's just no fall off. Of course, at certain power levels, but 93, 437, and then E85 on about 2%.
Yep, 446.
Which is about, you know, almost.
And that's about 3 to 4 degrees of timing. As a point of reference, 12.5 on 93 air fuel, 12.7 or so on E85, and 23 to 24 degrees on 93, and 27-ish on E85. I mean, it's not we don't try to hide stuff with it. You still got to be able to do it.
And we talked about those injectors tuning big.
Yeah.
What were they duty cycle?
39.
And that's a stock fuel system.
Yeah.
With the E85. E50 was 55%.
Yeah, I think it was 55%, so. Which is on a motor car is going to get you most of your gains anyway. We just want to make sure it's tuned for flex, and that way he can go out here and put any gas in it he wants and does well. Dusty was talking about off camera how before we looked at this, how the red hot holds the power. And we talk about that a lot, but we found its limitation, I think.
Yeah, I think it's all about the combination, obviously, but with any camshaft, until you get something bigger, it's gonna peak at some point, at some airflow, at some horsepower number. Horsepower is just math. It's airflow and fuel. And at 500 wheel, which is still probably on a G8, that's probably close to 600.
Yeah. Oh, for
motor.
Sure.
It starts to, you know, nose
You're going to
over.
have an extreme head cam intake combo or stroker to max this cam out.
Yeah, for sure. It does great. And it is, I mean, it works good and everything. Now, having said that, though, you put forced induction on top of it, it's not gonna fall off.
Yeah,
it's gonna keep making power. So it's just an airflow thing. But no, it does really, really well. And this is still on a stock converter. This car has 273 rear gears. They're really high rear gears. So we did most of the pulls in third because we were pushing 160 mile an hour wheel speed in fourth on the dyno. The dyno is rated to 200. That's its max.
But there's a lot
speed.
of machinery in between
a lot of stuff moving, man.
Yeah, and the tires that we don't want going 160, 170 overall.
For sure. So, and it was worth 9, 10.
So about 2%.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So
that's about where we're at with that. So these are
third to fourth gear was worth.
Yeah, third to fourth gear was worth 2%. And these were really the only two fourth gear hits we did. And that's also why I kind of let off, because like he said, this is 160 miles an hour. And I just
start getting nervous.
Yeah, I get nervous for sure.
You know, who knows, right? The tire comes apart or, you know, whatever.
It peaked at 6,300, which is right here. And you can finally see it peak. So I wanted to see, I saw the horsepower numbers, which Dusty has a little PID while I'm making a pull. And once I saw the numbers start dropping just slightly, I let off.
Yeah, we can show that. We don't ever really show this other screen.
Oh yeah.
But this is what things look like during the pull. You have the air fuel ratio here, real time horsepower. It's uncorrected, I think. I don't really know. We just use it kind of to see when it starts to fall off.
I know it's not smooth, that's for sure.
Yeah. And this is the duty side. We have a load eddy current brake on this dyno, so we can actually load the drum, make the drum look heavier or appear heavier. It makes the run last longer, and the temperature of basically it's a lot of electromagnetics and some, like a big brake rotor.
It's got some heat in it right now.
It does, yeah. And it uses that to brake the dyno too. As you stop the pull, it uses the eddy current brake to slow the drum down before it puts the air brakes on. So you kind of save your brake shoe life.
Gotcha.
But anyway, that's just something we never showed. Talking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here it is. The max speed.
Yeah. There you go. It's 158.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, that's good. So when I'm doing a pull, my eyes are pretty much dialed here, unless we have some kind of timing thing where we're like, got the air fuel dialed and we're trying to add every little degree of time, and I might be watching the HP tuners, but normally I'm watching their air fuel ratio gauge. If it's good, I'm going to keep going. But yeah, that speaks good about the redhot because it's making the same at about, really 5,700 that it is at 6,500, 441. Yes, actually, yeah, within 3 horsepower. For almost 1,000 RPM.
Yeah, it's really good.
You could probably turn it to 7 and it'd only be down 10.
Yeah.
So this is the exact place where you would want to use a redhot. Stock car with a 6.0, 6.2, and you want to do like a nice heads cam combo. Probably staying with a stock intake. You don't want to do a high ram, I don't think, with this cam.
Yeah, I think you want something a little bigger, maybe.
Yeah, maybe even have some
You want something that's going to peak higher and you're going to need more compression. But there's a lot of combination stuff we talk about all the time. It's the combination. It's not like I'm going to stick a high ram on my car and it's going to, you got to have more cam. That's going to want more compression.
Yep.
So combination, man. We just got a really good combination for a few different scenarios.
I think he did take our advice on this one too. I can't remember. I think he did ask us about what to run in cam wise, and he got some of the parts from us, so we appreciate that.
For sure, yeah.
We actually baselined this Grand Sport, which I don't think we actually videoed that, but that one's coming. It's getting the BTR 220 cam. 220
cam, that Gen 5 LT1.
And then we talked about that black Z06, but we didn't actually we didn't actually show anything on the dyno, but we got a baseline on that one.
Yeah.
And it had some issues. We'll go over some of those when we get to that one, but it was a C7 Z06. And the intake had some leaks in it and things like that. So when he gets that car back, he's going to think he got a whole new car.
It made 500 horsepower.
That's it.
So
yeah,
it's going to be
we've got to work
better.
We really would like. I think we could pick up 100 maybe.
Yeah, I do too.
If we can pick up 100,
just fixing the issues it had will pick up a bunch.
Oh, dude, he's literally going to think he got him a new car.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's all. I always try to get a little bit of what we got going on and what's next, and a bunch of LT stuff coming up.
Keep everybody coming back. Like, this stuff's fun. And then, like Chris said, we do want to do some stuff over in the shop just to kind of see what.
Yes, a lot of people say that.
This is always the fun results side. And that's kind of the.
Robbie needs to come back.
Oh yeah, we need to get Choppa.
So we'll get Robbie back. I think he said he would too. We'll get him back. He still has to do our intro, and we'll get him back. We'll film some over there. I'll have maybe a day when you're going to be really hustling. Yeah. Which I just got to say, hey, Robbie, just stay out of the way when he's in the zone.
Wear a helmet.
Yeah, wear a helmet and do not really a time lapse, but of how everything goes out or in or even back together. I think it would be interesting. But anyway, we've dove off topic a lot, but Josh is going to be super happy. By the end of the year, I'm sure he'll be back making 750.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs to add a little fuel system. I don't know if they did head studs or anything like that. And then
stock bolts, but
yeah, stock bolts. And then
probably didn't even pull the heads.
Probably didn't. You don't have to if you don't, it's a low mileage car too.
Yeah.
But hey, we've done them both ways.
I mean, we've made over 800
for a long time.
For over a year.
And when Juan's car broke, it actually didn't blow a head gasket. It just, a stock lifter. Yeah, stock lifter just failed. Sure did. And he's still riding with stock. I think he did put ARPs in there that time. He did put studs in it. Okay. But, I mean, yeah, so he was riding forever with that. Yeah. And we did LS9 head gaskets. But yeah, like we said, we can make some power on it, keep it reliable. Chris doesn't get aggressive with the timing, with anything unless you really want it. Which we have some people which is funny because a lot of those guys that we don't post. They're the ones that live, though. Like that's Juan, crazy. He was like, I don't care, whatever, make the power. Yeah. So, make it, it's right on not dangerous, but it's right on the edge, you know what I mean? If the knock sensors pick something up, it's going to pull something back. I never desensitize the knock sensors. It's got some timing in it. And we have another Grudge G8. Yeah. I think it left with about 17 pounds of boost and like 22 degrees of timing. Yeah, that was aggressive. And it's still running. And that car has 180,000 miles. That's always the guys. It's like, if it blows up, I don't care. And it never does. It doesn't blow up. So. But anyway, Josh is going to be super happy with this. He'll be back. Dusty did get a run on this one for sure. We did a Camaro this morning. He's going to send us some pulls there. So we'll have a couple videos coming out hopefully within the next day or two.
Busy dyno day.
Yeah, busy dyno day. We'll get a little chop video because it sounds nice.
It does.
So anyway, until next time, appreciate it.
See you next time.